Hey everybody, Beowulf here. How's everybody doing this evening? I have been waiting for a long time to make this video. A very long time. Forgive me if my screen is a little fuzzy. I just got through cleaning a couple of my weapons, and dumbass, I wiped my screen with my oil rag. But hey, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, here's here's why I've been waiting long to hear this. I've been waiting so long to make this video. All of a sudden, preppers are cool. All of a sudden, preppers are like, damn, they were right. Damn, I wish I'd have thought of that. Where are the preppers now? They're kicked back, watching the fray. They have enough supplies to last them for as long as this duration. They say a few weeks. Prepper says, oh, hell, is that all? I have not been known as a prepper per se, but me and my wife, we have common sense. So we have a couple of freezers and we got plenty of shit in. We got staples. I mean, people are loading up on toilet paper. I'm loading up on canned goods. We're getting out of there in 15 minutes. And we're not buying. We just buying stuff that actually is a luxury of us. We live off beans and rice. We live off chicken. We live off of noodles. Ain't changed our life very that much. Yeah, and I still got a cooler full of steaks in there ready to be popped out. So now preppers are brilliant. Also, let's go back and let's just reiterate for a second. Where's all the 2A, where's all the gun control fanatics? Where are all the gun control fanatics say, well, you can't have a gun. It's only for hunting. Now you're rethinking that option, ain't you? I'll prove my point because now it's gone from 3 days to get your license, or for a waiting period on a weapon in most states. Anyway, it takes you now up to 28 days. And believe me, those individuals that are selling you those weapons right now, if that's the first weapon you're going to buy, I don't blame them at all for jacking that damn price up. After seeing all of the gun control idiots out there who say, well, you don't need that assault weapon. You don't need that. Guess what? When you're down to your last state, guess what? Somebody's trying to take it. What are you going to do? Oh, here you go. Or better yet, what if they're trying to take your last roll of toilet paper? Maybe you'll get it now. Second Amendment covers us being able to protect ourselves, even against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Even means somebody's trying to steal your damn toilet paper. You can protect yourself. So I wonder for other gun control advocates out there right now, what the fuck were you thinking? In what world? You woke up in a new world, didn't you? I made it a habit before I go to bed at night. I just make them once around my house, shine my light on my property. I take my dogs, let them out, and let them run. Things on there. I tell you, my house, you get into my house, you got 4 damn dogs to worry about. Then you got to worry about me. It's the way I live. I'm not really having to adjust to any environment that they actually come in. I'm like, okay, I don't have to go outside. Good. I don't like being around people anyway. My wife said, well, you know what? At least you did one thing. I said, what's that? She goes, you always got, during this quarantine, you already got the yard mowed. And we're worried about our trash pickup or whatever. Hell, I got a backyard back there where I can burn my damn trash. So I ain't got to worry about your ass. Dumb rednecks right now are looking pretty attracted right now to all these young ladies that, guess what? And the sugar daddy, his money's rolling up. His money's rolling up. And guess what? Like, you got to eat, don't you? Another industry that we didn't think that would actually just blow up. And I tell you what, if I had enough money, I'd go. If I would want, well, I don't waste my money. But anyway, tell you what I'd buy. They're going to talk about the stock market. I tell you what I'd buy. I'd buy stock in Pornhub. Yeah, a girl's way. I'd buy stock in that. Either that or Walmart, Clorox. So my wife looked at me the other day. She said, well, she came to me and she says, well, I might need to go get some more toilet paper. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you talking about? Toilet paper. We got toilet. My wife goes to Costco. Okay. When she goes buys toilet paper, she buys them. And there's one thing we'll never run out of: toilet paper. And I said, well, what? She said, because. She said, well, I said, my sister and the family live back in California and they can't get these items out there. So now we're buying toilet paper, sending them over to Californians, all of which say, well, we shouldn't have a gun. You shouldn't be a prepping. You shouldn't have been on all this. Let me just say to these individuals who have been downing 3%ers, who have actually been on our ass about, you know what, you shouldn't be looking out for this. You guys are conspiracy theorists. It'll never get that bad. It'll never hoop to who, what to y'all, whatever. You guys are crazy. You're out there, whatever. Let me tell you what I want you to do right now. I want you to sit down, sit in your chair, and just take a brief moment. And before you say anything, say, I was wrong and I need to shut the fuck up. Because these rednecks out there, you know what? They were ready for this shit. I ain't. I have a friend of mine here, Dallas, Texas. He's a trucker. He's getting updates on his business is booming. He's distributing to the distributors. He had a video. You guys check out his video. He's delivering to the distributors who are sending it out to the markets or whatever. So he's actually signing new contracts. Guess what? Trucker's going to be making twice as much money as your boyfriend right now, who's sipping a soy latte and worried about how much calories he's having and figuring out he got nothing to eat. Can't take you out to eat nowhere, can he? So maybe he'll have to cook for you. Maybe he should have something in his refrigerator that maybe both of you can get together and read the instructions and say, I've never done this before. Meanwhile, us rednecks, white trash, peaches, whatever y'all want to call us, all the names you call us, preppers, maniacs, whatever the hell you want to call us, guess what? We're sitting pretty right now. The reason why is because the fact is that we hang out with people like this. These are our friends. We can count on these individuals. You know what, hey man, I trade you a couple steaks for them, a couple of them chickens. We don't need freaking money. It's called Cajun cash. We used to do it back when it was back. The Cajuns used to do this all the time. Didn't have cash money, but you know what? He needed something for his farm. He needed something. So his wife cooked up a big pot of gumbo and go up to the merchant and say, hey, I'll give you this gumbo if you let me. Oh, okay. We'll trade off like that. How many of you individuals that are all of the knowing, who've all been telling us who we are, how many of you can do that to any of your friends? How many can call and say, you know what? All right, brother, I'll help you out. Yeah, we're shallow-minded or what, I guess, but you know what? We've been keeping score. Every time you disrespected one of us, every time you call us out of our name, any time you call us stupid, conspiracy theories, all these things that you call us right now, it's payback. Because we don't have to worry about running to the store every 5 minutes because we forgot something. My wife makes a list. She has a budget. She goes to the store about once every 2 weeks. That's all we need. We live right here. But anyway, because we learned a long time ago that when we were young, that whenever grocery stores were an hour away. So when Mama went, she made one trip. You better be sure she was organized. We carry that same tradition today. When we go to the store, damn it, we mean it. We buy what we need and get out of there. And you know what? We don't go back and forth for trips. When we buy shit, we can last us a month. But we're the crazy ones. We're the preppers. We're the 3%ers. We're the ones that are preparing for the end of the world. They're preparing for all this kind of thing that's crazy. And that'll get to that. Guess what? It just did. And if you don't believe me, look around and take a look. Our young generation are out on the beach having a goddamn good time in the beach saying, you know what, I'm not going to let anything stop me from partying. Go ahead there, Chemo Sabi, but guess what? Don't be coming around my house. No Wuhan flu, the Wuhan flu, whatever you want to call it. And that's another thing. We're all being the politically correct people. We can't be called. Shut up. We're common sense people. We don't get butthurt about everything, and we talk to each other. Look it up. I don't fire warning shots. Look it up. These individuals have been preparing for this way of life because the fact is that they were taught when they were young that this could possibly happen. They had grew up with ancestors who had lived through the Great Depression, who experienced both wars and the Vietnam War, and individuals knew how bad it could get. They were taught from the time that they were young, times get bad, and we're all taught, make sure that you got enough and make sure that you are prepared. We used to get these things in the South because the fact is we prepare because of tornadoes, hurricanes, electricity, whatever. We went 3 weeks without electricity one time, and we lived across the bayou to where we had to take our boat back and forth. So we just left. Me and my brother would have to. We were in charge of that. I was 14 years old, driving down to the river, jumped on my boat in the water. My brother stayed with the truck. I drove across, get a hitch ride with somebody over there, get my boat, bring the groceries back, put my groceries in my truck. There's a way to work it out, but you people haven't even thought about that. We're coming to the realization now that, you know what, this shit's getting real. If you don't believe it's getting real, guess what? The government thinks so. And guess what? Look at their actions they're taking right now, because we are being forced to sacrifice our freedom for security. We are now living in a world where the government is making the rules. They don't have to follow the Constitution anymore. All they have to do is declare a national emergency, a state emergency. They can do whatever the hell they want to. And please, if you live in New York City or you know if anybody does, please take heed. The National Guard is already on the ground, and they got Humvees patrolling in the damn neighborhoods coming to California or coming through a town near you. How this applies to the fact is that 3%ers, these individuals who have actually been paying attention, have been warning you it's coming. Something like this is going to happen. We couldn't put our finger on what the actual buttons were going to be pushed, but we knew that this situation was coming. And we took proper measures. Now individuals are sitting back and thinking, well, shit, maybe I should rethink my position on gun control. Because right now, even if you wanted to buy a weapon, and there's people pulling out their hair right now. I got messages. I want to buy a gun. Can you help me buy a gun? I'm like, well, what the hell you doing? Well, I can't buy one on the internet. They're all sold out. I can't buy one. There's a three-week backlog. I can't get my license for 28 days. I can't go home. Maybe you should shout about that. Maybe you should have thought about that before you started preaching all your shit about gun control. You know, everybody should have a weapon. Nobody should have nothing, whatever. Guess what? Rethinking that shit now, ain't you? This is just a general preface because the fact is that people did not know that this could actually happen. They believed that it couldn't. They believed that mainstream media. They believed everybody said that everything was okie dokie and everything was just fine. And were prepared to accomplish anything that actually goes against our true nation. However, the fact is, guess what? This ain't a foreign nation. It's a damn virus. It's the flu. We ain't got no cure for it. It's going to run its course. If you get it, you get it. There's nothing you can do. You can hope that your body is able to take care of this virus. This is not anything new. We've known it through human history. This has happened during many flus, Spanish flu, smallpox. All these things have happened before. We never learned a lesson. We never looked back and said, you know what? Are we prepared for the next pandemic? Are we prepared for the next bug? I would think we send billions for research on these. We send billions in our tax money for these researchers of actually how to stop these viruses or whatever. And whenever it comes down to nut cutting, guess what? We can't figure it out. Maybe we should shut that $1 billion down and say, you know what? Let's go buy some more guns or ammo or shit, black powder. The people that I wish that, the people that I admire the most out of this whole are the individuals who have actually practicing and are practicing and actually doing this right now, reloading. I never got the equipment enough to be able to do that. However, most of you know I shoot black powder. I have a Curio and Relic license now, which means that, you know what, I can go anywhere and buy. I can buy a shotgun off the. I can $300. I buy a shotgun. It's perfectly legal. Just gives the people, you know what, you're going to take our rights here. We're going to find a way around it. I got buddies back around here. They making their own damn weapons. Three piece, uh, half inch, no, 3/4 piece pipe. They can do miracles with that shit. And you don't want to know what the hell they can do with a shotgun shell. Oh shit. The reason why I'm saying that is because the fact is that you know what, people are going to learn their lesson, because you know what, you can, on my property, you step on my property, guess what? Or their property, whatever. You step on the property, you better look out, because you know shit's gonna start blowing up. You might feel a sudden pain in your ankle area or your calves. But a lot of people are more prepared than others. But I'll tip my hat to anybody who actually looked ahead and say, you know what, hey, I need to start preparing for this, and taking some steps. Because even though your steps may not be great right now, when all this shit shuts down, it gives you bartering power. It gives you something to bring to the table. I may have a bunch of fish and a bunch of steaks in my freezer, which I got right now. In my got a like one of them damn freezers, the old time freezers, Frigidaire freezers, whatever. I can ain't nobody gonna take no money for them. If I bring them a couple of steaks and maybe a chicken or two, guess what? I may get something I need. I may get some more ammo. I may get something more that I need to protect myself and my family. But we never thought that primitive enough, because the fact is that's for rednecks, white trash, all those individuals who come up during a period of time and said, you know what, everything's not free. And at any time it can turn around and bite you in the ass. Who actually think that, you know what, we'd understand that, you know, we're going to a grocery store and we can buy meat, but guess what? It tastes better when we kill it fresh. Right now in Texas, there's an actual individual. We have a big hog problem in Texas. I mean, hogs are everywhere. They're taking all the damn place, and you have to. You can't shoot them on people's property. You can't do this, whatever. So you know they're just taking over the damn property and shit right now. There's a guy down here say, you know what? I got meat. He spent his whole week hog hunting. He has gotten meat for days. People say, well, it's feral hog. It's not meat. It's any good. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Give it a couple of weeks, and that shit's gonna be tasting mighty good to you. You'd be amazed what you can freaking do. And I'm not spreading the gauntlet. What I'm telling you is that we don't know how bad the coronavirus is. We have no idea, because the fact is that we're not getting straight scoop from our media. We have a president who's on speeches all day, and he wants to argue with damn reporters instead of actually putting in places or actually working in his office, actually heading this thing off. And we're blaming the Chinese. Meanwhile, we're getting nothing done. We have a Congress who's actually still negotiating a damn deal to get us relief. By the time that package hits the streets, it's going to be a month. In other words, we're a race against time. This virus is not waiting on us. It's not taking the time out. Like, hey, time out. Let me get ready for this. No, it's not. It's just working its own course, just like a regular virus. Done passed through history. So the thing about it is that we're freaking the hell out, because you know what? We understand our government is going to take this long to implement this. So we're not panicking because of the fact of what's happening today. We're starting to think about, well, shit, if it's this bad today, how's it going to be tomorrow? We look at New York, they're shut down. I mean, shut down. They actually have on the ground, they have Humvees patrolling the area right now. Can you say martial law? Oh, we don't want to say that, though, not here in America, but bullshit it is. Whenever Humvees hit the ground and National Guard troops are being deployed, it is martial law. Look up the definition. California's next. California issued order today that, you know what, everybody stay home except for essential personnel. Well, essential personnel, that means doctors, nurses, they even people in the grocery stores. You can go to work like this or whatever. However, the fact is that every time they spend some time outside, they got to come home, and you never know who's going to spread the virus. So you know what? The only way Wuhan actually got off where they're leveled off is the fact is they shut down everything. Nothing moved. Believe this or not, the Chinese actually had their drones, okay, looking for people who were outside. It's a communist country. They can do that more easily, because the fact is that when the communists actually say get inside your house, you better get yourself in the house. You got one or two choices: or you go to some freaking gulag for freaking like the rest of your life, or you hope to God that they'll kill you, because you don't want to spend your rest of your life in there. We don't have that capability, because the fact is, look down at our beaches down there. We got kids running around thinking this. think they're indestructible. And the kids will say, whatever. But here's my problem is that when you come back here, you're going to be giving it to my parents. You're going to give it to people in a different age group. And they're still just now getting data that's telling us which age group is most affected. It used to be, it was 80 years old. They're the ones who's getting it and dying. Now they rolled it back to, well, anybody 60 years old, now it's like, well, we got maybe a less chance if it, we don't have the data. In other words, we have to have a number of people who get sick to see how this disease is progressing. We already know in China, we don't trust half the shit that's coming out of China because the fact is, I don't think they freaking even realized when it was happening. I don't. But now you look at Italy, 500 deaths in 24 hours. Do you think that might get your attention? So this data is the thing that's actually more important to the individuals who are trying to find a vaccine, the individuals who are trying to find out how to treat these individuals. We've heard it all. We've had ibuprofen, we've had chloramine, whatever. And the chloramine, that was in our freaking malaria pills when we took down range. I stopped taking them, some bitches, because gave me dreams. Hell, I took them things for about 2 weeks, and hell, I thought I was married to Jennifer Lopez. Anyway, there's a bunch of people crazy over that shit. We say, oh no, we ain't taking it. But the preface of this video is that I get to say, not that I told you so, I don't like to be that or whatever. But now these people that you've been dogging and saying that we're all crazy and you've been marching against, and you've been actually telling these individuals how wrong they are, to even possibly fathom the thought that the government would not be willing to take care of us or be able to take care of us, and we could take care of ourselves. Guess what? You individuals, how's it look to you right now? And believe me, there are a lot of these individuals that live down here from the South, from every redneck town. Everybody's country boys, countrywide. I mean, but because it's a mentality. But I'll tell you this right now: a lot of these some bitches are like, "Yep." And if you come around looking for a handout, I'm like, "Nope, nope." Because a lot of people down here, here's the thing about it is that they can be slap shit crazy like myself. They can be whatever, but you know what? People will remember for one thing, if you respect them and their family, you're willing to go out of your way to help these individuals. If you know what, even if they disagree with you, I respect him as a person. He's doing the best he can, and ain't made to judge how he's living his life. Those individuals we reach out to help. Those individuals that are actually disrespected, not only these individuals, but also a certain way of life and a certain type of way of people think, and actually have put them down and called them all kind of names in the book, and actually have gaslighted them, who actually make them think that that they're all crazy or whatever. Guess what? Get used to this word. I can't help you. Get used to this word. Get off my lawn. Get used to this word. Get off my property. These words are going to ring true because, as we have seen, the mass panic and the stupidity of the American people to go bum rush grocery stores and outlets when the people are sick. Maybe I don't need to go down there and stand in line for 3-4 hours around a bunch of people that are sick. It's called common sense. You can't even freaking rely on that. So these are the individuals we're looking at and said, yeah, I'm going to help you out or whatever. And we have people back, well, please remember. No, I'm going to tell you this right now. Which way do you want it? Do you want to continue to put down people who actually have protected their family, who have done what their job, what the Lord has put them on the earth to do is protect them and mine, and not let anybody get in their way from being able to do so? We're the outlaws. We're breaking the laws. They passed laws to actually put us in jails. They passed laws to come take our weapons. They passed laws to try to get us to stand down. And now we ain't looking so unlawful, are we? Or unlawful, are we? Now, because people say, well, hell, they got a hell, man, they had a damn clue. I can't predict if it's going to get worse, or I can't reach into the crystal ball, or I don't have one of those black 8-ball machines we used to have, whatever. But I can tell you this right now, that if you look at the stock market today, it actually is all the way down to 19 today. I never thought that every day. I can't believe that everybody got stoked because the fact it went up 1,000 points today. Check out the whole figures for the actual month. This is the worst. This is the worst month ever in stock market. We're barely getting oil prices over $20. We're barely getting our oil companies to stay open. So there are a number of businesses that will be allowed to stay open. The trucking industry, the rail industry, the shipping industry, they will be allowed to stay open longer than others. But however, the fact is that once we start shutting refineries down and laying these people off, we're limited on the amount of gas that we'll actually be able to produce. City of Houston has just shut down the port of Houston. That, ladies and gentlemen, transports in from goods that can actually get to the truckers who can get it to the distribution center. Everybody will be affected, but it's just going to be who's impacted more than others. And I can tell you this right now. The individuals who get up, go to work every day, who actually put shit aside, they don't live with all their money in the bank. They got half their money in a damn coffee can, a Folgers can on the damn counter. They made individuals where they can run some cages cash shit around here where they can actually get their folk. They can get other services that they need by the barter system. And got individuals who have actually been preparing for this in the future and actually thinking, well, what if it happens? What if it happens? What if? These two kind of people, all these people, and everybody knows, it'll never happen. You're a crazy bastard. Man, you're slap dab crazy. You slap dab crazy, whatever. However, these individuals are doing one thing that you didn't think of. Ask yourself the question, what if it does? What if it does? Now I'll go further than this and say this. There's a lot of individuals that are saying, well, it's all the timing is off. The time, there's something going on with our government. There's some kind of conspiracy going on or whatever. I wouldn't doubt it. But right now, I don't have time to think about this shit. I am too busy preparing for what my government's going to do next to fuck me. I'm being prepared to what my government, my city elected officials are going to do to make it more difficult for me to take care of mine. I'm hoping that I can see it coming before they get there. So this is where we're at today. I wanted to make this video because the fact is it actually is kind of vindication for the individuals that I've been talking with who are actually saying the same thing. We're actually doing the same thing. We're on the same page. Wherever we're at, Texas or other areas or wherever we're at, we're all on the same page. We predicted, or we actually saved the box in our brain housing group. We saved the box and said, you know what if it does? Well, I'll be damned. Shit's happening right now. And those individuals that you think that you're better than, those individuals that you call rednecks, pieces of shit, piece of white trash, all the negative things that you called about us being, we're not politically correct, we're not, all those things. Maybe you should sit down and rethink yourself, because the fact is those individuals are going to be the ones that you're going to need to actually be able to survive. I think maybe it might be time to be nicey nice, don't you think? Are you not ready to play nice yet? Hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Because the fact is that there ain't no getting better here in sight. I could break down the stats, but I won't. Let me get out of here. But I call it as I see it. It's Beowulf. Keep your head on a swivel. Always watch your back. And always, ladies and gentlemen, stay frosty. Keep your eyes on your food. Keep your eyes on your property. Because somebody's going to want to come over and take it. Somebody's going to think they're king. And they're going to find out different. I'll let y'all later.